Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Lamont Gilchrist. www.L.G.Fitness-Messiah.com is my webpage. Today is February 27th, 2017. I have my Yeti cup. So we're going to talk about transitioning into healthy eating and what it is that I do. It's kind of unique because I'm a bodybuilder, so I do use supplementation. I do use certain proteins. Try to stay away from beef and pork. I really don't use too much of that stuff, and I'm pretty consistent on what it is that I eat. So when you're an athlete or you're doing a sport or you're living in a society and you don't grow your own food, you're always subject to whatever it is that the labeling people or whatever it is that people are doing that's saying that these things have and contain what they have inside of them. So I know people, when I first get people started off and people who just start with me, and then there's people who are going through stages and stages. So I'm going to give a little reference of how it was to me to make these transitions. So back when I first started reading the Bible, when I first started my study in theology, like in 1995, 1994, and I read the stuff, I got overwhelmed with reading the Old Testament, and hearing about Melchizedek and reading Genesis and hearing and can see the two different stories with Genesis. And I went to some ministers and pastors, and my uncle and people in my family are actually deacons and pastors and ministers and doctors in theology. And so I went to people and I started asking questions because it was just overwhelming than what it was that I thought I learned in Sunday school. And then after many years of reading over and over, then studying and breaking down and reading it in Hebrew, reading the Torah, reading all types of other different aspects of religion. So I've been on this journey on theology since 95, 94, probably earlier than that because I was raised in the church. And so it becomes overwhelming. And then you start to break down the things, and then you start to see the timelines, the pictures. You start to look outside of theology and look at art if you really want to understand things. And then you start to see the flaws, and then you start to see the things that are consistent with what the scripture or the Septuagint or whatever the Torah states. So that's the same way in eating and being healthy and making transformations as far as your body. These are organic, cage-free eggs. I started utilizing these. I use them sometimes I use the other ones because of making the transition of really thinking about trying to detox myself from things that are going on. Once again, this is all, I'll make the disclaimer that these companies may not do what they say, but I could take the best approach and try the best at what it is that I do, like trying to follow religion or trying to follow theology or trying to follow a belief and try to make it the best as it is interpreted, as the information is given to me. And this is some natural peanut butter that I actually use. It has oil on it. If you ever see natural peanut butter, it's so crazy. Most people don't even notice. The oil separates, so there's concentrated and there's unsaturated oils separate. You got to stir it up. This is a coconut oil spray that I use when I'm cooking and I do other things. And it doesn't have, and I got this at Walmart. It doesn't have soy in it. Most products do have soy. This is organic ginger and organic turmeric that I use, and I do blend up herbs. I've been practicing on that for the last couple of years. I really can tell the difference in my recovery, losing body fat, the leanness of my body, the quality of my muscles, the thinness of my skin, not having a mucus build up, not coughing, not getting sick, and all the other things. And then I'm going to share with you aspirin. So if I do have some kind of pain, which I really don't take any pain things, but sometimes I will, and I do take aspirin. I also utilize aspirin, and it kind of works with what it is that I'm doing when I'm using it as like getting in shape or cutting or burning body fat. Aspirin with coffee with another blend that I use, Garcinia Composure, alpha-lipoic acids, and some other things. Then I make the old hydroxy effect kind of like a thermogenic fat burner. So, I start to, once you get the information, and once you start to research and you start living the lifestyle, and I live this lifestyle, and I walk this walk, and it's not just about bodybuilding or sports, it's about a lifestyle. It's about something that I was anointed and born into as an athlete. So I continue doing this journey and go deeper and deeper. Now I know there's a lot of things going on, like Whole Foods don't have organic things and blah 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 and all this other stuff. Once again, all you can do is do the best that you can do. And you have to be skeptical when you're asking about these foods and where they're coming from and where they're being farmed at, and if they're really truly organic. That's in a win. The same thing like about a lot of things about the aspects of religion and the different theological beliefs that other people share that may not be identical to yours and may have some bearings of truth, or may not have some bearings of truth, depending on how you were raised or what people have used for theology or religion to conquer, kill, rape, enslave, murder, and other different things, and call that under the umbrella of civilizing or manifest destiny or making the world a greater place. So, in all authorities or in all guides of whatever it is that you're doing, you have to use common sense, street smart, wisdom, and understanding. So, and in a lot of cases, that comes from above experience, life, people that you trust, and the Most High. And however it is that you receive it or get it, go with your intuition and go with your understanding, and be skeptical and question everything that people say and that things are done, because like most animals, which we are at our very root of evolution, our survival instincts usually pan out to be good instincts for the most part. Once again, my name is Lamont Gilchrist. Thanks.